Have you ever seen something that just shouldn't be possible? Like something so bizarre, so against everything we've been taught, that it makes you stop and question everything. What if I told you that a man, just a regular guy like you and me, shares his home, his life, and his actual couch with a fully grown polar bear? Sounds insane, right? This isn't some internet hoax or a CGI trick. This is 100% real. And trust me, by the end of this story, you won't just believe it, you'll feel something you probably didn't expect. This is the true story of Mark, Duma and Aji, a 1,000-pound polar bear who isn't just some wild animal, she's his best friend. Let's rewind for a second. Mark wasn't looking for a pet. He wasn't some thrill-seeker trying to do something crazy. He was just a guy doing his job. He's an animal trainer for movies, meaning when Hollywood needs a bear, a lion, or a wolf to do something on camera, they call him. One day he got a request, find a polar bear for a film. Simple, right? Well, not exactly. See, polar bears aren't exactly running around waiting for casting calls. They're one of the most dangerous predators on Earth, and they live in some of the most inhospitable places you can imagine. So, where do you even find one? Mark started looking and eventually got a tip about a tiny polar bear cub at a zoo. She was just 8 weeks old, and right away there was a problem. Her mother had abandoned her. Now, this wasn't because the mother was cruel. She had 10 cubs, which, if you know anything about polar bears, is an insane number. She just couldn't take care of them all. And that meant this little one. She had no chance of surviving on her own. This was supposed to be a business decision. Mark needed a bear for work, and here was a bear that needed a home. But have you ever had that one moment in life where you just know something is bigger than what it seems? That's what happened here. Mark didn't just take the cub in for a film project. He became her entire world. He fed her, played with her, and made sure she got everything she needed. And little by little, something weird started happening. She didn't just see him as her caretaker, she started acting like he was her family. Now let's just stop for a second and think about how insane this is. Polar bears are not like dogs or cats. They're apex predators. They're designed to hunt and kill seals, walruses, and basically anything that moves. But this tiny cub, she didn't see Mark as food or as something to dominate. She saw him as her protector. And as she grew, and trust me, she grew fast, that connection didn't fade. It got stronger. Mark always said, at first it was just my job, but over time I realized this wasn't just an animal I was training, this was my friend. Think about that for a second. How many of us have real friendships? Like, not just people you text or hang out with, but someone who truly understands you. Now imagine having that with a polar bear. His wife Dawn saw it too. She once said, Aji doesn't just like Mark, she loves him. She sees him as family, like a mother, like a father, like everything. Here's where things get truly unbelievable. Most wild animals, even the ones that are raised in captivity, never really trust humans. There's always a barrier, a limit, but not with Aji. She does things that no one expects. She hugs Mark. Yes, actually wraps her huge, furry arms around him. She makes noises like a purring cat whenever she's near him. Scientists say this means she's completely comfortable and genuinely happy. And the craziest part, she sleeps right next to him, just like a giant 1,000-pound dog. But isn't that dangerous? Now, I know what you're thinking. That's all great, but isn't he scared she'll snap one day? And honestly, that's a fair question. Because at the end of the day, she's still a polar bear. Mark's answer. I trust her with my life. He believes that their bond is stronger than instincts. That real love, yes, even between a human and a polar bear, can override nature. Is he right? Well, it's been over 20 years, and nothing bad has ever happened. Mark and Edgy's story is more than just a cool fact to tell at parties. It's a reminder of something deeper. We like to think that the world works a certain way, that animals stay wild, that humans stick to their own, that friendships have to look a certain way. But maybe, just maybe, those rules don't apply to everyone. Maybe the deepest friendships come from the most unexpected places. Maybe love and trust can go beyond what we ever thought possible. And maybe, just maybe, the people or animals we're meant to be with aren't always the ones we expect. So, now I have to ask you, would you ever trust an animal like that? Do you believe that love and trust can override nature? Or do you think that one day Mark might regret his decision? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. And if you enjoyed this story, hit the like button. It helps more people see this incredible tale. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss more stories like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.